All right, man. We are out here at Desperation Depot. We are just south of Franklin on US 31. Cindy, can you believe how many bikes we have out here already?
It's unbelievable how many bikes are out here, and they were here before registration even began. So it's unbelievable, and it's February.
It is February 10th, middle of the winter. A ride put together for Josh Burton. And it's one thing to put a ride together with a week's notice.
Right.
It's another thing to do it in the middle of winter. And here we are. It's going to be 55 degrees today. So there's a bunch of bikes already out here. Cindy, why don't we find out a little bit more about what's going on here? I know Cowboy put this together in a week's time. And let's just find out how things are going, because there's a lot of people out here already.
Yes, there are. Let's
Look
go.
at that. All right. Hey, quick shout out to Crambo's out in Greencastle/Manhattan, Indiana. Man, I just want to say thank you, Crambo's, for everything you do for the motorcycle community. If you're looking for paint work, if you're looking for mechanic work, or if you're just looking for accessories, man, they got it all right there. That's right, it's the Texaco looking building right there off of US 40 in the Greencastle/Manhattan area of Indiana, right there on US 40. You can't miss them. When you get there, make sure you let them know that Steelhorse Thunder sent you. You know what they say about Crambo's? They will get you noticed.
So John, I can't believe how many bikes are out here. Tell me about this ride, because holy cow.
This ride, about 5 days ago, Richard Hogue asked me if I'd help out. Joshua Burton is a close friend of his and the family. And he said, can we do something for charity? And always, you know me, I said, well, we can throw together some bikes. And I'm just, right now, I'm a little overwhelmed. I mean, I had no clue. They're lined up down the road, and there's a lot of colors here. It shows a great brotherhood. You know, I am hosting the ride, but everybody knows I do belong to the Outsiders. They're here showing their support. They do Frenchie's ride, Cody's ride every year. You know, we got so many rides going on. This is the first ride, and it's like everybody was like, let's go.
Well, it was fairly warm today. Not warm, but fairly warm. But, you know, tell me the story behind the person the ride is for.
Okay.
Because I heard it on the news a lot, and I'm sure many other people did, and maybe that's why they did come out today, because they heard so much information on the news, and then to hear about the ride came out.
Well, the ride is for Josh Burton, and it's been about a week and a half ago, but the official story I got, a guy came to his door, asked him if he could use his phone, and even asked him if he had drugs. Joshua told him go away. About an hour or so later, he comes out of his apartment in the stairwell to let his dogs out, and there's video footage now. This guy just took a 2x4 and beat him, left him for dead. Joshua is still at Eskenazi Hospital. Talked to the family pretty much every day. Condition hasn't gotten any worse, but it hasn't gotten any better. He's still unconscious, and that's really what made me, we need to stand up and show the community like this here.
Right.
You're not going to come into our community and just get by with these kind of things.
Right.
You know, the news will show it, that something happened, and then it's gone.
Right.
This is people standing up saying, we're here for you, we want to help support you, and we want to make a difference.
Exactly.
So-
And you can tell by how many bikes are here today that people do want to make a difference.
Yeah.
And you guys do so much, and we are so appreciative of what you're doing today, because, you know, here it is February, you guys are putting a ride on, and I don't know how many bikes you got here, but there's a lot.
When I counted earlier, we were about 50, but we
There's a lot
probably had
more.
close to that almost right in again. So
Yeah.
very grateful, you know, for everybody that showed out, and people have been sending donations. And don't forget, you can go to Joshua Burton's site, and it says GoFundMe. If you didn't get out today and you've read the story and you want to help out, you can still go to that site and go to the GoFundMe and send the money there, because he's got a long road to recovery.
Yeah.
And I don't know any details about insurance or not. Really don't care. I just want to show that we can help no matter what.
Exactly. Well, thank you so much for all that
Well,
you
thank
do.
you
Thank
guys
you
for
for
coming
putting this
out.
ride on. We appreciate it.
All right, man, here we are. We're at Millie's Desperation Depot here on US 31, just south of Franklin. Are you as impressed with how many motorcycles have shown up?
I am today. I sure am.
This is nuts.
Yeah.
Now, I know you kind of jumped in there and started getting bikes parked, because let's face it, it's the middle of the winter.
Right.
How many bikes are really going to be able to come out and show up? And so everybody kind of parked like you would normally park a motorcycle. And then all of a sudden they just kept showing up.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you're like, crap, we better get some kind of organization
Right.
on here.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just amazing how many have gotten here.
Yeah, it's surprising me. It's great. I love it.
Yeah. Now you got a bunch of bikes. You're parking them down the road now.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
I mean, there's quite a few down that way.
Yeah.
What brought you out to do this ride today? I know you didn't come out here to work, but
John asked me if I could help, if I was coming, if I could help.
Yeah.
He had that one guy that went down this morning.
yeah, very unfortunate.
Yes.
Very
Yes.
unfortunate. Just kind of one of those weird things that all of a sudden it's like, all right, we just got a wrench thrown into it. So let's see what we're gonna do now.
Yep.
So okay, so you are kind of on the payroll then to be doing this.
Kinda, yeah, sort of.
This is how a payroll works.
Yeah.
That's payroll
Thank you
right
very
there.
much.
That's the payroll. And but yeah, man, I'm just so glad that you started getting everything organized because it was starting to fill up a
Yeah.
lot, and it was
Yeah.
like, we could be in. I will tell you right now, the wildest start to a ride that I've ever seen in my life happened in this very parking lot right here. And this whole parking lot was full of motorcycles, and they were all parked kind of like everybody else was over here, just all haphazardly and everything else, all pointing this way. The ride was going south, and they're like, all right, man, let's go. And literally every motorcycle, there was about 150 bikes in here, all took off at the exact same time. It was like watching a race and them going for the whole shot. You know what I mean? If you watch motocross, going for the whole shot, man, it was just like, holy crap, we just had 150 bikes, and literally within 5-10 seconds, this parking lot was empty. It was absolutely crazy. So I was happy to see you kind of getting a little bit of organization here.
I've got a lot of experience. I'm in a firefighters motorcycle club, and I go all over the United States.
Okay.
And in Illinois, we've had benefit rides that had 600-something bikes in them.
Is that right?
You got to have an organization.
Yes, you
And
do.
you got to put them in groups. And yeah, if not, you're going to have a disaster.
Now tell me a little bit of something about Wind and Fire.
Yes,
Tell me a little bit about that.
it's worldwide, and it's any firefighter that's active or retired.
Okay.
It's worldwide. Great organization. Wow, I can't believe that they're automatically going that way. It's just firefighters. We do fundraisers for the burn camp, mainly. And we have rallies all over the United States and overseas, and it's just a great brotherhood
Nice.
club. So,
Very nice.
Yep.
Well, so will you be involved with the Hoosier Burn Camp
yes.
ride and all that stuff? Okay,
Yes.
cool. I'm going to try to do that this year. We did it many years in a row and haven't been able to do it now for several years. So I really wanted to go back out there because I really very big on the whole burn camp stuff that was going on back in the day, and I want to get back involved with that. Dude, I know you're busy. I'm going to let you get back to work.
Yes.
And thank you so much for talking to us.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Big shout out to Crambo's. Chris Crampy, world-renowned painter. They have Harley mechanics. They have all the accessories, the bells and whistles that you need for your motorcycle. They do great tire sales there, and they have some really cool attire. Get your swag at Crambo's. US 40 over in Greencastle. That's right, it's the Texaco building, 6.3 miles west of US 231, right off of US 40. You know what they say, Crambo's, they'll get you noticed. Cindy, check this out, man. We are out here, the parking lot is full. And now we've got all these motorcycles lining up down this road, man. I mean, it goes down a long
way.
ways.
It's
Man,
crazy.
there's just so many motorcycles. But you know what I love the most about this? And this is what I tell people all the time. The church could learn a lot from the motorcycle community because right now, the patches, my
Right.
gosh, we have Outsiders, we have Second Amendment, we have the Messiah Misfits.
Yeah.
There's quite a few different Christian motorcycle groups out here. There is just, I mean, the Swords Brotherhood is out here. I don't know. I mean,
There's so many.
I'm going to take pictures of all these patches and put them up on the Facebook page because this is what it's all about.
Yep.
There's a brother in need who's in the hospital in a coma fighting for his life. And you know what? Everybody, yeah, they're displaying their colors and they're proud of their colors and they are, you know, respectful of everybody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so here we are all together as one trying to help somebody out. And that's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Is this not amazing?
It is amazing. It is unbelievable to see, especially on a day like this. I mean, yeah, it's warm, but it's not that warm.
It's warm for winter.
Right. So it is amazing. There's so many bikes, so many people out here, so many people coming out here just to give for this gentleman that is in the hospital, and it is amazing. I heard the story on the news, which is unbelievable because they have said it over and over through the week, but whenever it was, weeks. But to see all these people here in February, and it's a little chilly, and they're gonna ride, and it's not gonna be a long ride, but they're still on their bikes and riding, so it's just awesome. Motorcyclists are the best in the world. Thank you guys. There's a lot of people that couldn't make it without the motorcyclists, that's for sure.
Exactly. Yeah, just amazing. Thumbs up, motorcycle community. Once again, you're knocking it out of the park.
All right, so I saw that you have Messiah Misfits. Never heard of that group before. Tell me about it and where you're from.
So I'm from Indianapolis, Indiana. We have a church on the west side of Indianapolis called Fresh Fire Bible Church.
Called what?
Fresh Fire Bible Church.
Okay.
And I'm the pastor there. And we have a pastor friend of mine out in Brooklyn, New York that has Messiah Misfits out there, and we brought a chapter here to Indiana. And there's a significance about the passage that's got like a heart-shaped lion head, and then for the love of Christ, and then it's got the hair looks like the thorns that went around Christ's head, and then the eyes look like doves and stuff. You can see the back. And we do a lot of charity rides and a lot of benefit rides and stuff, and just we try to help people that are in recovery, help get them into rehabs and things like that, help give them a push to a better life.
So how long have you guys been doing this?
So we just brought our chapter here. It was established in 2017, but we just brought our chapter here, so we're fresh at it here.
Oh, cool.
We literally started it this year in January. We brought it here, so yeah.
That's pretty cool. So how did you even find out about it, since it's from New York?
Well, it's a pastor friend of mine over there. His name's Luis Gonzalez, and him and his wife Sarah, they're the founders of it over there. And me and my wife went down to Brooklyn, New York this last year and started to talk to him, and he's like, man, let's make it bigger. So we brought a chapter here, and we're the Circle City chapter.
So if people wanted to, do you want people to get a hold of you?
Absolutely.
If you wanted people to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
My phone number is 317-991-6983, or we have a Messiah Misfit page. And my regular Facebook page is it says Jeremy Barrett, and it says pastor next to it.
Okay, I love the Messiah Misfits. That's
well. I'll tell you
cool.
what. I prayed about it because we was going to do our own thing here, and then I prayed about it, and I was like, you know what? I'll just let's bring a chapter here, because I like the name, because we're all a bunch of misfits.
I always call myself a misfit.
So that's what I love. So
yeah.
That's why we brought it here.
So how did you find out about this ride today?
Some friends of mine here, Iron Sharpens Iron, they posted it on their page, and so we come down to be a part of it today.
Awesome. Well, there's a lot of bikes out here
Man,
today.
it's a good turnout
It
for
is.
as cold as it is.
Oh yeah. Well, you guys have a safe ride. Thanks
Thank you
for being out here.
Thank you. Nice to meet you guys again.
Nice
Thank
to
you.
meet you.
Well, I guess you know now, but it did start out. For those of you who do not know, I'm Josh's stepfather, Mariko. And I just want to say a few words on behalf of Josh and the family. Let me begin with a heartfelt thank you. Thank you to all that are here. And to the ones who couldn't be here in person but are here in spirit. Thank you for the outpouring of support, love, caring, and prayers. Without all of this, it would be so easy to become bitter, hateful, and disenchanted with the world and with mankind as a whole. Your being here brings light into our lives. Lives which have, as of late, been filled with darkness. What you are doing for us today brings a sense of lightness into our hearts, which have been laden with despair. Know this, you make a difference. You are appreciated and you are loved. These very attributes are actually a synopsis of who Josh is. Just ask anyone who is blessed to know him. They will tell you that he makes a difference. He is appreciated and he is loved. Please be safe on this ride. Enjoy the weather, enjoy each other, and again, please make sure that you return safely to your loved ones. You're needed much more than you know. As of right now, only immediate family is allowed back to visit him, so as much as you would want to go pay a visit to him, refrain at this time. We'll let you know when he can see more people. Josh is continuing to fight a strong fight. Please do not wane in your continued prayers. Until he can thank you himself, allow me to say thank you. In his stead, our gratitude to all of you is beyond words and measure. Much love. Thank you, boss.
Well, Cindy, the Joshua Burton ride is different to take off here. Can't say enough about
It's unbelievable when you see this many bikes come out on a cold day and to ride for somebody who's in the hospital fighting for their life. So it's just so cool to be able to see all these bikes out here. We really appreciate all the love. Can't say enough good about them.
And this is why we end every episode with one thing and one thing only. Not what you ride,